All right, so you guys get to watch Abby today rather than me. We're gonna go through push-up techniques. So a lot of people struggle with push-ups, and I've been finding that it's more often than not due to scapular mechanics and stabilization during the push-up. So we're just on my treatment table here. You can do it at home on a countertop or a coffee table. We're gonna do an incline push-up. And so what I often see is, and Abby's gonna do this the way we're gonna teach you not to, is she's gonna do a push-up and she's gonna kind of collapse into the upper part of her shoulder blades and come on up. So she's just hanging out in a plank there. Gravity is pushing down. If she doesn't have any muscle activation, she's just gonna collapse, and I'll have you collapse for me, up into the shoulders here. And that's kind of up into her neck. And if she stands up like that, you're like, no, you don't want to hang out like that. That's not comfortable. So come down there. So what we're first going to do before we do a push-up is, so again, collapse with gravity. That's what we don't want. So come back to neutral. It actually takes a little muscle activation of the kind of lower trap area to stabilize here against gravity. And then we're going to practice just some active scapular movements. So I'm going to have her retract, and we're trying to get some wrinkling of her shirt down here, and then protract without shrugging up. So retract here, like you're trying to squeeze the bottom, and protract. What I often see is people will retract up here, or they'll protract up here, and then if you come back to neutral, where they'll retract here, and you'll see her shirt wrinkles kind of more up here than down there. So do that a few times. You're gonna go as far as you can into retraction, protraction without shrugging up. And then I like to cue you to find a midpoint. So right about there. And it takes, I have correct me wrong, just a little activation across kind of middle of the back to just hang out there. And then from there, we're gonna do a push-up, and we're gonna keep that relationship the whole time. So where I see people go is as they go push-up, they either dump into the top here, they lose core stability, their elbows flare out, and that all affects scapular mechanics. But if we keep ribs in and down, and we keep some awareness there, then we can have a lot more stable push-up position. And then naturally, it gets her arms into some external rotation. So a lot of times we're cueing biceps slightly forward, but if we have good scapular positioning, we have to cue that a whole lot less because the arms are just set up there. So just do one more. So I like to start this incline, and then we would progress to a lower incline or a floor, but starting on an incline, because this is going to be much harder if you've never done it this way, but hopefully much more comfortable, much more productive, and give you a foundation to do a whole lot more push-ups. There we go.